We are here at Audio Advice Live 2023. We're in the Perlisten room. You guys know I love this brand. We've got Erik. He's going to drop some knowledge. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Hey folks, I'm Gene Delasalo with Audioholics. Erik, how you doing, my friend?
Great. It's great to be here.
You keep getting taller every time I see you.
As long as I don't keep getting uglier, I think we're good.
Hey, look, Erik, so we're at Audio Advice Live. We got the S7Ts. You guys know we've covered this speaker to death. There's a reason why we cover this speaker so much. It's because it's an awesome speaker. The thing sounds great. It looks great. It's very consistent no matter where you're sitting, so it has a very wide sweet spot. Lots of dynamic range because of this DPC array and just the way they did the whole driver wave beamforming.
Beamforming. Yep. Correct.
So I want to talk to you what's new at Perlisten. I see you have an in-wall speaker that can now be retrofit to be an on-wall speaker, which I love on-wall speakers for sides and back channels, especially if the room is already built out, you don't want to be breaking drywall.
Exactly.
It's a great solution.
Yep. There's a lot of situations of it's not, the ideal situation for anybody, but if they have cement wall or they just want, a giant screen and they want an on-wall situation, it works great for that. Sometimes you can put an in-wall in maybe 3 walls, but not a 4th wall, wherever you want to be. So it offers a lot of opportunities to have a great solid install, no matter where it's at. I mean, it's super sturdy. Really thick bracketing, so it's going to be durable. It's not some chintzy part. Works great. It can be paintable, so it matches the room. So cosmetics are of interest. It's obviously something that a lot of people are conscious of. And it doesn't impact the frequency response too much. Obviously, an on-wall situation is not as perfect as being in-wall or having an in-room speaker. Yeah, right. You get that reflection off the wall, but it offers a great solution to still have great sound.
So educate us on this in-wall speaker. It has its own back box already built in. What's the model number? Tell me how that works.
Yeah, so the first model here is the S4i. This is literally the S4B and an in-wall. Mm-hmm. So same driver, same waveguide technology. We don't downgrade our in-wall speakers. I know the industry is really excited about having them. Start to learn about this. Is a lot of people for an in-wall or in-ceiling, they said, oh, it's just an in-wall. It's just an in-ceiling. And that's exactly the wrong attitude to have. So exact same frequency response other than smaller back box. And this is an amplifier chassis. So
let me see
this is really heavy.
Do some bicep curls with this.
Exactly.
There you go.
So, and then when you get the S5i and the S7i, again, same frequency response as our in-room speakers. The back box helps reduce sound transmission into other rooms. Obviously, we don't want to keep everyone awake throughout the night. We have neighbors, we have the kids upstairs, all those situations. And you're trying to improve isolation of a home theater. You go through all the work of insulation and vibration isolation. Why do I want to make it worse by having an open back box? The only sacrifice is really going to be low frequency performance because of the smaller back box, but everyone has something.
But you're crossing it over anyway.
You're crossing it over.
Let me tell you something. This is an arm workout, just holding it for this video. I'm going to give it back to you.
We're going to, give you a contest like when you go to Munich and you're at Oktoberfest, how long you can hang the speaker out here, arm's length.
Oh, there we go.
We're going to time you.
We'll do it with the S7 version.
Yeah, exactly.
So the back box is built in, and you just basically take this on wall. Let me see what this is all about.
So
again, this isn't cheap. I figured it would be like really cheap or.
No,
this is like industrial grade.
It's inch thick, high density MDF. So again, vibration, conduction into the environment, and we were about sound quality.
Let me ask you a quick question now. If I want to use this as a wide channel, is there a way to retrofit it to angle it?
Sure, that would be, if you want to do a design specifically how you're going to angle it in a wall. We don't have anything in this setup to angle it, but you could, if you're going to make something custom in a wall or to do that. Yeah,
so Dan, if you're listening, I want a wide channel that is angled already.
We have already thought about that. It hasn't been off our radar. One of our original concepts was, could we angle the baffle and do something like that? So
Yeah.
if there's enough interest in it, that's definitely something we're
cool. I'm going to give you this back because that's another arm workout.
We want to keep you busy.
So you were talking about how a lot of speaker companies look at the surround speakers as an afterthought. They don't put as much emphasis as the front sound stage.
Correct.
The same, I think it's even worse. It's for the in-ceiling speakers for Atmos. I think there has to be a solution that's better than what we're getting with the typical coax, with the tweeter firing straight down, or the worst ones are the ones that have the tweeter that could point, but not the woofer itself.
Yeah, so your off axis, your power response, all those things change dramatically in that. And that's not what we want, right? It's about even response in the room. And most critical, and to envelop yourself in true immersive audio, is about where is it coming from, and is it coming from it accurately? And that frequency response should replicate what we have in the rest of the speakers of the room. It's not just timbre matching from using the same materials, which is what most people do. It's also about sharing the same frequency response and power response. So our in-ceiling speakers are in final design now. They'll be coming out soon, and we can share some information pretty soon after patents get all wrapped up. But 30-degree off-axis listening position, the whole waveguide the whole front baffle is a waveguide to ensure that smooth response. So if you looked at the frequency response of in-ceiling, you're like, oh, that looks like maybe an S4B or S5M. It's the same flat frequency response, the same power response. So it really, no one would ever look at that and go, that's an in-ceiling speaker, because we paid attention and to the frequency response and the need for that. It's really important. And the 30-degree off-axis allows more even response throughout all the seats in the room. We're spending a ton of money in our home theaters to make sure we have the best coverage. Why am I going to ruin it?
It's really important, especially if you like I do. I love spatial audio music.
It adds so much. It's, sometimes we crank it up and we love a lot of bass, we love it loud, whatever the case may be. But when you hear those quiet situations and the detail is in the spot it's supposed to be, and it's not fading and moving around throughout as the frequency response, those are some of the key things that truly make it immersive. It's not just bass.
Right.
We love bass, so I'm not going to deny that. And then subsonic as well adds to that immersive. So spatial audio is very important.
So what's the THX certification on the in-ceiling speaker?
So that'll be a Dominus level in-ceiling as well. Probably so we have 3 models. It'll be the S3i. So that'll have 3 drivers in it, kind of a derivation of our waveguide concept, but for the in-ceiling. So we have two tweeters, one's a mid-range in this aspect, controlling directivity in the rear. So behind, the corner of the home theater where we don't need energy, we're removing it from that location. So fewer reflections off the wall where in situation like that, and then everything is aimed forward in a 30-degree axis. 0, 10, 15 degree and 30 degree marks on the waveguide, so you can move it as appropriate to the proper seating. Just paying attention to what's really, really important.
So this will be a world's first Dominus level in-ceiling speaker.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, guys, you heard it all here. I'm really excited to be checking out these in-ceiling speakers really soon, because we want to put more emphasis on all the speakers when you're doing spatial audio, when you're doing Dolby Atmos. Looks like you guys are just getting to that next level again.
Yeah, we're filling out the roadmap, right? And we know a lot of people are waiting for the in-ceiling, so it's great to fill in that. And we're working on some other avenues to make sure we have all the package, all the things that are needed to make a complete home theater package.
I wish we could show you a picture of the in-ceiling speaker, but it's Roswell technology right now. We can't.
That's right, Area 51.
Yeah, but we will be putting some pictures up after the video drops when the patent's all settled.
Yep.
And we'll give you a follow-up on that as well. Of course, we'll do an article. Maybe we'll do a review. We'll try to set that up.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, guys, if you like this video, please thumb it up, hit the subscribe. Don't forget about our Patreon channel at patreon.com/audioholics. We appreciate your support. You get direct access to me if you want to suggest video topics. Erik, it was awesome always meeting you here as well at the Audioholics Live 2023. And until next time, my friends, keep listening.